From the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 2, verses 22 to 40. When the days were completed for their purification according to the law of Moses, Mary and Joseph took Jesus up to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord, just as it is written in the law of the Lord. Every male that opens the womb shall be consecrated to the Lord, and to offer the sacrifice of a pair of turtledoves or 2 young pigeons, in accordance with the dictate in the law of the Lord. Now there was a man in Jerusalem whose name was Simeon. This man was righteous and devout, awaiting the consolation of Israel, and the Holy Spirit was upon him. It had been revealed to him by the Holy Spirit that he should not see death before he had seen the Christ of the Lord. He came in the Spirit into the temple, and when the parents brought in the child Jesus to perform the custom of the law in regard to him, he took him into his arms and blessed God, saying, "Now, Master, you may let your servant go in peace, according to your word. For my eyes have seen your salvation, which you prepared in the sight of all the peoples, a light for revelation to the Gentiles, and glory for your people Israel." The child's father and mother were amazed at what was said about him. And Simeon blessed them and said to Mary his mother, "Behold, this child is destined for the fall and rise of many in Israel, and to be a sign that will be contradicted, and you yourself a sword will pierce, so that the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed." There was also a prophetess Anna, the daughter of Phanuel of the tribe of Asher. She was advanced in years, having lived 7 years with her husband after her marriage, and then as a widow until she was 84. She never left the temple, but worshipped night and day with fasting and prayer. And coming forward at that very time, she gave thanks to God and spoke about the child to all who were awaiting the redemption of Jerusalem. When they had fulfilled all the prescriptions of the law of the Lord, they returned to Galilee, to their own town of Nazareth. The child grew and became strong, filled with wisdom, and the favor of God was upon him. Today's liturgy represents and brings up to date a mystery of the life of Christ. In the temple, the religious heart of the Jewish nation, in which animals were continually sacrificed to be offered to God, he makes his first entrance, humble and modest. He who, according to the prophecy of Malachi, must sit as a refiner and purifier, in particular those people consecrated to the worship and service of God. The psalmist, foreseeing this coming, exclaims full of enthusiasm, addressing the temple itself, "Lift up your heads, O gates, and be lifted up, ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in." Who is the King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle, the Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. But the King of glory is now a tiny newborn, just 40 days old, who is brought to the temple to be offered to God, as prescribed by the law of Moses. Who is this newborn child in reality? The answer to this question, fundamental for the history of the world and of humanity, is given prophetically by the elderly Simeon, who, holding the child in his arms, sees and senses God's salvation in him, the light for the revelation to the Gentiles, the glory of the people of Israel, the fall and rising of many in Israel, the sign that is spoken against. All of this is that child who, despite being the King of glory, the Lord of the temple, enters it for the first time, in silence, in concealment, and in the fragility of human nature.